Hey friends, before the story begins, take a second to subscribe to the channel. It really helps support these real powerful stories, and I appreciate every single one of you. Now let's get into it. I earn my living in construction, which means early mornings, exhausting hours, and coming home with my body completely worn out. My wife, Laura, always said she understood that life. She told me she respected how hard I worked to provide for us. She said she loved me, and I believed her every single word. That morning started like any other. At exactly 6 a.m. I leaned over and kissed her gently on the forehead, grabbed my travel mug and walked out the door. She was still asleep, curled up under the covers, peaceful and warm. Nothing felt off. Nothing felt wrong. If I had known what the day was about to reveal, I swear I never would have left that house. Around midday, my supervisor called me. The job site was shutting down, materials delayed, inspection issues, nothing we could fix that day. He told me to take the rest of the day off. I was shocked but happy. That kind of luck almost never happens. I decided to head home early and surprise Laura. Maybe we grab lunch together or just enjoy some quiet time we rarely got. When I pulled into our driveway, I noticed a car parked outside that I didn't recognize. My chest tightened instantly, but I tried to calm myself down. It could have been anything, a friend, a neighbor, a delivery. Still, the feeling wouldn't go away. Something felt wrong. I walked up to the front door and stopped. I don't know why. Call it instinct. My hand felt clammy as I turned the knob. The second I stepped inside, I heard it, soft laughter, low voices, and then something I couldn't explain away. A man's voice. My heart started racing. I moved slowly down the hallway, every step heavier than the last. The sounds were coming from our bedroom. Our bedroom. By the time I reached the door, which was slightly open, my chest felt like it was caving in. That's when I saw them. Laura, the woman who promised to spend her life with me, was wrapped around another man. She was touching him the same way she used to touch me. They were completely lost in their own world, unaware of anything else. For a moment my mind just shut down. It didn't feel real. It felt like I was watching someone else's life fall apart. Then reality slammed into me. My hands curled into fists, my jaw tightened, and every part of me wanted to explode. But I didn't. Instead, I pulled out my phone. I recorded just a few seconds, only what I needed. Then I quietly backed away, forced myself to breathe, and walked out of the house. I sat in my truck, gripping the steering wheel so hard my hands hurt, trying to process what I had just seen. Rage, humiliation, disbelief, all of it crashing down at once. That's when I made my decision. I sent the video straight to Laura. No message. No explanation. Just the truth. Seconds later, chaos erupted inside the house. I heard shouting. Doors slammed. Then the front door flew open and Laura ran toward me, wrapped in a robe, her face completely drained of color. "Please wait," she cried. "It's not what it looks like." I stared at her, completely numb. "I know exactly what it is." She reached out for me, but I stepped back. Behind her, the other guy stood half-dressed in the doorway, frozen, looking like he wished he could disappear. "You don't understand," she sobbed. "I understand everything," I said. I started the engine and drove away. She called over and over. I didn't answer once. By the time I reached my friend Ethan's place, my phone was flooded with apologies, excuses, and desperate messages. I ignored every single one. That's when it finally clicked. She wasn't sorry for what she did. She was sorry she got caught. Ethan didn't ask questions. He handed me a beer and let me sit there in silence. That night I barely slept. Every time I closed my eyes, the image came back. The next morning, the messages kept coming. Begging. Promises. Long explanations. I didn't want any of it. I wanted peace. So I sent one final text. "I'll have someone come pick up my things." Nothing else. The second I sent it, the weight on my chest eased. I was done fighting for someone who had already chosen someone else. I stayed with Ethan for a few days, ignoring calls from Laura and even from mutual friends. She had already started telling her version of the story, calling it a mistake, saying it meant nothing. But the video didn't lie. By the end of the week, her family knew. Our friends knew. Excuses don't survive evidence. I never screamed. I never begged. I never made a scene. I simply walked away. And that, more than anything, was the strongest thing I could have done.